Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So this is a review of Draftosaurus Marina, which is the expansion to the core Draftosaurus game. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out how to play and review of that. And then we will also have a playthrough and review of the other expansion, Aerial Show. So one thing to keep in mind is that we're also playing with the revised rule book. So when you watch us teach it, we have the revised rules, and it tells you what's different about the two-player version, which is not in this version of the rules. So either download it or print it out like I did. So let me just give you a quick overview of what's going on. It comes with these Marina boards, and there's two sides. There's a side with a T here, and so you'll see our Plesiosaurus during the playthrough. You place them in the river, and then when you place dinosaurs in the zoo that match these symbols, you move them down. So Julie placed this Plesiosaurus later in the game, and that's why it didn't advance, because she wasn't able to place a T-Rex or a Stegosaurus at that time. So it stayed there and she got 1 point. However, these two, she was able to place the correct dinosaur one time and then another time. In fact, I think it was more of a situation where they met up eventually.
I think so.
Mine, I was able to get this one all the way down here, so that was
That's awesome.
5 points. This one was 3 points. And so every board will be slightly different. Julie did notice that they all have T-Rexes here, but the second dinosaurs will be different. So you can see that right there. So you just add it to it. Now in terms of setup, for the 3, 4, and 5 player game, you will place 2 Plesiosaurus in the bag for the number of players, and then that will work out fine. In the original rules for the 2-player game, you place 4 in the bag, right? Well, then you're going to end up with 4 dinosaurs that you don't use. So they revised it, like I said. They revised it, and you place 8. So it comes with 10, so just like the other species. So you'll place these 8 with the others. Plesiosaurus, with the other species, and you'll leave 2 out. And the other change is now in the 2-player one, I was destroying the zoo. In the 2-player one, you'll draw 8 dinosaurs the first and second turn, which means then you'll place 4 dinosaurs your first turn and 4 more the second turn, and then you'll do 6 the third turn. I draw 6 and place 3 the third turn. Draw 6 the fourth turn and place 3. So that means you're going to place 14 dinosaurs now in the 2-player version. All right, so that's a quick little overview. Simple rules, and that's what's great about this expansion, because sometimes you can get expansions that add so much rules that it makes it really fiddly. All right, so let's take a look. We do our positive, negatives, and neutrals. And then we give our rating based on the BGG scale.
And this will be short and sweet.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, I thought it was a nice addition to the base game. I think the dinosaur meeple is cute. I like these sweet looking, long neck. Maybe it's because I'm such a munchkin that I like the tall ones. They're just so cute. I don't remember what else I said because David took it off.
Oh, here we go.
It does give more scoring chances, which I think is nice. The only thing that I said was a negative is the board doesn't, you have to have it off balance to make the water match up. That was my negative, but that was it. Other than that, I think it's really fun.
But if you want to see the scoring opportunities more up close, if you couldn't see in the other camera, here's the other side of the board. So if you go off to this, you're basically saying to yourself, I'm not going to keep on going. I just want to get 4 points and be done with it. Whereas this one, if you can get further down, you can get 5 points.
I have a question though. On the other side, say you had 2 Plesiosaurus and one did in there and you got another Plesiosaurus, could you just keep going down to the other area?
Yeah, you can send one.
So you could get more points than that way.
Well, my point is, if you want to stop here, it only takes 2 dinosaur placements to get here, whereas here, you can, this is basically saying that I want to keep on going, hopefully get here, because this is only worth 3.
Right.
This is worth 4, so you're gambling.
True.
That you are going to get further along, whereas you can go here and just say,
I'm done,
and get 4.
But if you had another one, couldn't you have one parked there and then go down there?
You can do that.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what I have to say.
All right, what do you have to say?
All right, so it adds scoring opportunities without it significantly increasing complexity or playing time.
You said what I said with more words.
Yes, I did. I said, remember, when we give these reasons, we don't know what each other's going to say. The meeples are cute, and it's the same quality as the others. It's a neutral for me that the Marina board fits weird, and it doesn't match their winter board. So that's neutral. I mean, I'm okay with it. You know, it's a little annoying that if you did want to play the winter side,
It's not going to match.
you see right here.
They might match better, actually.
Well, look at that. No, oh, in fact, look at that.
Not as much.
See?
Yeah.
It doesn't even look right.
The water's different and everything.
Yeah. So you're probably not going to, I mean, if you use this with the winter side, it's going to look odd. So I'm neutral, though. I understand why, because it's kind of hard to have two. I'd rather have two scoring sides
Yeah.
than the same side with different terrain. So that's why I'm kind of neutral on it. Now it needs revised rules, so that is a negative. This company now this has become a pattern, because the aerial show also has a revised rule book. I don't know what they're doing for their quality control, if they have enough play testers or they're rushing things. Whatever it is, they need to fix it, because this doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people out there they can send preview copies to that would catch this stuff. And they won't even have to pay them. Fans would do this.
Oh, sure.
So it could be a lack of time, they don't care, or they're cheap. One of the, or all three.
Or all three.
Who knows? So let's take a look at how we rate it now.
Okay.
All right. So Julie gave it a 7. Why did you give it a 7?
I think because the first time I played, I didn't do very well with it. And the second time, I really didn't do very well with it either. I think I'm just more willing to play the base thing. I think the problem with me is that I forget, like, what colors I'm supposed. I don't pay much attention to this.
The extra step
Yeah,
makes it hard for you to remember.
It makes it hard to remember, and I'm concentrating so much on this part that I forget about this part, and so that's why I'm kind of like, I could do without it. That's why I think I did a 7, that it wasn't as important to me as the stuff up here.
Well, in the playthrough, you remember that I forgot to do it once, and I knew though it did happen in a certain sequence. But you can have a situation where people will forget.
And I think that's
Yeah.
why I was kind of like,
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind it. I probably wouldn't be like, let's play with the expansion. I'll just like, let's just play with the regular, because it is one more thing for me to have to remember. I just don't need any more on my plate to have to remember.
Well, for me, it's an 8 because I would want to play with this expansion. So,
I'd play it, but I wouldn't suggest it.
this one I would probably want to play all the time.
Okay.
Because it's pretty, you just got to remember when you place the dinosaur to check if you have a Plesiosaurus. Now,
Yeah.
you're going to see in the area show, it does require a little bit of different finessing. And if you play with both expansions, it could be a little overwhelming for some players.
Yes, it is.
But that's what we will get to in the
Later.
future,
Yes.
is the,
Aerial show.
right, but for now, that was a review of the Marina expansion. And so please check out our other videos and like and subscribe.
We really appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.